Hello everyone and welcome to metroTV. I am your host Andy Hoig. I'm also publisher, CEO of Metro Magazine. We have a great show for you today. I have Holly Hollenbeck here talking about Suburban Rotary. She's our VIP of the month in our current edition. Susan Reynolds talking about your second season, an exciting new organization and conference coming up in March. And we also will be talking to Brenda Banks from the Cross Training Center. So don't go away. We will be right back. Welcome back. I am here with Brenda Banks. She is the Executive Director and founder of the Cross Training Center. Brenda, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And again, it's so good to see you.
Yes.
I haven't seen you in years, it feels
I know.
like. But Cross Training Center, so that started, when did that open up?
11 years ago.
Okay.
Yep, we just last year was celebrating past 10 years and now past 11 years. Time goes fast.
Wow. Well, let's talk about it. What is the mission of the Cross Training Center?
The mission of Cross Training Center is simply to work with men and women who are unemployed and undereducated, and they cannot get a job because of their challenging backgrounds. So we equip and empower them through character development, vocational training, and work experience. 3 key ingredients to helping them get on that right path.
And you have so what activities, I'm kind of just reading our talking points here, do students do while they're enrolled? So this is like a program.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So first of all, we work with men and women who have been incarcerated, homeless, or live in have challenging backgrounds, such as domestic violence, a lot of reasons. Vocational training has not been in their background, and so they really have a difficult time becoming employed. Yeah. And even if they do attain a job, it's not really on that career path that's going to set them free or really help them get out of poverty. It's just usually a short-term job that really doesn't do them a lot of good. So our whole training, everything we do, revolves around helping them get on that career path, and we do that really interesting. We have many businesses, 5 businesses that we operate, and our students work in those businesses to get the experience they need. Okay. So we have 21 different jobs that they can go into, and we do that through electronic recycling. Okay. And refurbishing computers. So as an example, we have Cross Electronic Recycling, where we accept anything with a cord, battery, or motor from the community. Okay. We do that through businesses, individuals. We have collection events. We collect things in lots of different ways, or people just drop them off. And all of those items, and if you think about that, anything with a cord, battery, or motor, it's a lot of stuff. We always say as small as a cell phone, as large as a car, and everything in between.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So does it matter how old the computer is?
Nope, not at all. We take anything. It doesn't matter the condition it's in, doesn't matter the age or anything. Wow. If it works or not, and we take cell phones, we take computers, laptops, televisions, microwaves, anything with a cord, battery, or motor, from your house, your car, your office. We get a lot of lawnmowers. Different seasons. We have snow blowers in the winter, early winter. They don't work. They buy a new one. They bring the old to us. Lawnmowers, computers, cell phones, and cars. We have a huge donation of cars and we have a program specific to that. So all of these items are used. First of all, they come through the electronic recycling, and they're sorted. Number one, they're sorted based on what condition they're in. Can they be refurbished or repaired? Versus if not, then they go into the recycling stream. Okay. So we have, as an example, one of our entry positions for our students is the recycling stream, where they're dismantling all of these items that have no useful life. Yeah. So as they dismantle all of that stuff, it gets separated and sorted into various, like your copper and your wire and so on and so forth. And that stream of revenue that we sell those items with, that comes back to support what we do. And then the next area is refurbishing. So in that area is where we're actually a Microsoft authorized refurbisher. Okay. So our computers, our students in there learn how to build computers, put all the computers together, change out components, and so on and so forth. And they're building new computers. Wow. So it's really exciting to see what they're learning through that. And the same thing with laptops. And then all of the, like we get tons of stereos and microwaves and all those kind of things. And all of that goes through a testing process, which is done with our students. And those items that are good, they go into the next phase is our store. So we have redeemed computers and electronics, and that's right at our location where all this other stuff happens. And in our store, we sell refurbished and repaired computers, laptops, microwaves, televisions, all kinds of power cords. If you ever lose your power cord from anything, we probably have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So our store is open to the public, just like any other store.
And where is the store at?
72nd and Military is where our full recycling center and all of that is. We have another building that is our automotive. So all the lawnmowers and cars, obviously, as well as any other small engine products, go to the automotive, which is at 42nd and Redmond.
Okay.
Excuse me. And over there, our students learn mechanical skills.
Okay.
So they work on the cars, they work on the lawnmowers, and all kinds of other things, and they're learning those skills.
Right.
So in every part, it's all about our students learning skills from everything that's coming in.
Yeah. So many layers to this, and we have a minute
I
or less left. So I want to make sure, and I'm for sure we'll have you back on the show. I'm excited that you're going to be in the Giving Guide that we're releasing in a few weeks, so you can learn all kinds of stuff. But you have several websites, but you have a main website that you can actually get to the other.
Absolutely.
You can get everywhere. So what's the kind of the main website?
Easy. crosstc.com. crosstc.com. Yes, and you can go there and people can find out all about the recycling, all of our programs and how you can support us and where we're located, how you can come shop, all of that.
Okay. Well, I will tell you, I have a carload of old computers and all kinds of stuff that I'm going to be, I will drop off.
So now you know where to bring it.
They've just been sitting there, and it's like I don't know what to do with them. All right, well, thank you so much for coming on the show. What a wonderful organization.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. It's lots of layers, lots to talk about, so we'll do it again.
Yeah, wonderful, Brenda. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And we will be right back. Welcome back. I am here with Susan Reynolds. She is the founder of your second season, which is a new organization.
Yes.
So thank you and welcome, Susan.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'm very excited to talk about your second season.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we were on a walking meeting, I think it was, and that was like in the summer, where you were kind of saying, this is what I'm thinking about, and I've been researching women between the ages of
45, 65, as early, sometimes it's 40.
Yeah, and just kind of the needs that they have for information and education and connecting. So let's just talk about what is your second season. I'm gonna let you tell me what it is, okay?
Well, that's so great because that's where a lot of this idea was kind of percolating when we were on that walk.
Yeah.
So it was great just to vet that. But basically a year ago, as I've been telling people, I turned 50 and I was experiencing, I have 4 boys and 2 of them went to college, and I've got 2 in high school, and so I'm kind of feeling like a little bit of a loss of identity, and I'm like, where am I supposed to be at? I'm not really feeling fulfilled. What's my purpose? Because it was always a mom, and just, the family and what that looked like. And then on top of that, I started experiencing symptoms, like I was getting some hot flashes, I was getting anxiety, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I just was feeling really smothered. I went to go see my GP. She wasn't really giving me, she was throwing out words like perimenopausal, menopause, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is all this, right? Amongst just trying to figure out where my identity is and my purpose.
Yeah.
So I went on this journey of just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And I found that there's a lot of women in our age group, there's a huge void and just a loss of who we are as women.
Yeah.
And after researching this, I was like, something needs to come out. And I started talking to people, like I would go out for your walk, talk to you, talk to women my age, and there's just these themes that
void.
There's this void and these themes coming out of a lack of purpose, a lack of identity. What's going on with my body? I don't understand. And so I just did all this research, and there's a lot of information that was very, it's fragmented, it's out there.
Yeah.
But it's like nobody knows where to go because you don't know what to ask, because basically, you don't know what you don't know.
Absolutely.
So I was just like, okay, so second season basically it's an umbrella of resources, all the information to inform and educate women on how to reinvent themselves, how to find that purpose within reinventing themselves with that identity, and then to understand all the symptoms that is going on with your change in your body.
Yeah.
It is like, I tell people, I was like, I felt like a hot mess. Like I had the storm brewing in my body, and I'm like, what is going on? So that's how I kind of came about with your second season.
And I know it was interesting that we were talking a couple days ago with kind of the committee, and we'll talk about the event coming up, is that there's like 80,000 women in this area that are between the ages of 45 and 65.
Yes.
And I mean, that's a huge population here, I mean, and around the world, honestly.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the conference, and I'm super excited about it. I turned 50 a couple years ago, and
so you could relate.
I can relate, and also just kind of the identity thing and reinventing and really looking at what is actually important to me in my life and what do I want to do, going forward. So the conference, let's talk about that. Okay,
well, first of all, so excited.
I'm speaking. I'm super excited.
You're going to be our lead speaker.
Yeah.
Reignite
your joy zone and kind of really tapping into what that joy that is kind of around your identity and looking at who are you. I think we lose that over a time period because we are involved with our families or our careers or whatever. So so thank you for asking me.
So I'm so thrilled with that. So what the conference is basically what I want to bring all. I would love it if 80,000 would come, but. It's in the metro and the surrounding areas. That's where that number came from.
Yeah.
And basically the conference is going to be touching on the three themes. So one, as I said, your purpose, your identity, and then understanding the physical symptoms and the mental well-being of your body. And to meet other women and to create this voice and this community, because there is a huge void out there where it's like, shh, we don't want to talk about it. And we as women have a great knowledge of wisdom that just needs to be shared, and we need to get collectively as a group and create as a community and a voice to really move forward and to really break this open and say, okay, this is where I want to be. I'm different now, so let's keep moving forward with that.
And I also want to add, this just popped in my head. I feel like, as we get into our 50s, I feel like we become really powerful. I think we kind of we have opportunities to really step into our power.
We do.
And we have a power to change, to be a voice in the communities, to change the world. I mean, there's so much that we have to offer that it's a really exciting time as you go into the next decades of your life.
It is. And there is a sad component to this, is that and this is one of the reasons why your second season was developed, is because a lot of women in this age group are on antidepressants.
Yes. And anxiety. Yes.
And just because of the hormones and just how that just kind of goes crazy.
You start to shut down.
Yep, you do. And then also, unfortunately, the suicide is up 65% since 1999. So there is almost a developing a crisis per se. And then if you looked at the work labor force, more women our age are staying in or they're re-entering into the workforce. So there is definitely a need to really educate and just create an awareness with women in our group. And the first step is, let's develop a community and break it open. And that's what that conference is. And it's just a great, awesome support system.
Well, then let's just talk about the details of the conference, the date, tickets, all that good stuff.
Yep. It's your second season.
The website?
Yep. www.yoursecondseason. That's where you can purchase your tickets. We've got promotional partners that you can get discounts on. There's an early bird discount. It's at the Omaha Design Center.
Great venue.
Beautiful, beautiful venue.
Yeah.
And then it's from 1 to 8. It's Friday, and your tickets includes, we'll have some, wines and cocktails and celebrations of the woman, and fantastic speakers ranging from, the mental well-being, just understanding the physical symptoms, to identity, to understanding purpose, to we're going to cover financial wellness.
Also going to cover a little bit of sex.
Yes.
So,
Oh yeah.
sex.
We're definitely
We're
we're
gonna talk a
going
little bit
there,
about that.
ladies.
Hope
We
it's
are
okay to say
going
this on
there.
this.
Yes. I know. I know.
But that's a big
It
piece.
is.
So
yeah. In fact, we're going to have a panel. Just it's going to be sexual health.
Yeah.
And we're going to go open that up because it's an important topic.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So right now, go to the yoursecondseason.com. I want to talk quickly before you have a donation page. So let's just talk a little bit about what that.
Yes. Well, so we are a nonprofit,
Yep.
and so so basically you can go to and donate whatever you feel like, and basically it's going to go to really developing this resources under your second season and develop programs and education and create awareness and to bring these conferences and online seminars so women have a place to go in our age group and know that there's a safe place to get real information
Yeah,
too.
and ask questions and
ask questions.
be vulnerable.
And to understand community. And at these conferences, we're going to have subcommittee communities where you can interact with people maybe where a spouse has died, or maybe you're going through a divorce, or maybe you had, or maybe you never had children and you've never been married, and you can really connect with people at a deeper level. That's another something that we really strive for.
Yeah. I'm excited to see, because I know this is just like these beginning stages. I'm excited to see how the path continues to unfold.
Yes.
And I know you have a bigger vision.
I do.
And taking it nationally, internationally. So
I do.
It's going to be fun to be a part of that journey with you. So
I'm excited.
yeah. So thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, and I'll be sure to have you come back before the conference and we can talk a little bit more. So
that sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will be right back. Well, welcome back. I am here with Holly Hollenbeck. Holly is not only an amazing woman, but you're also one of our VIPs this month. So we did an article on you, and I just had it here. Darn it, hold on, let me find it. There it was. We interviewed you, here we go, in the December, January issue, sorry, I'm jumping ahead, about just what you do in the community. I've known you for a long time, but it's been really great to get to know you even more. So first of all, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here today.
You're welcome. And I know you're really involved in Suburban Rotary and a couple of other organizations. And the first question is, how did the concept of service above self inspire you to join Suburban Rotary? Because you're super involved in Rotary.
Well, thank you. Suburban Rotary is just one of 35,000 Rotary chapters all over the world.
Yeah.
And when I first heard about it, I thought, oh, another networking opportunity, but that's not what it is about at all. And when I found out it was about community involvement and, like the motto says, service above self, then I was intrigued, and it certainly drew me in. And it really is what got me so involved in the community, and it's what inspired me to get involved and do more of what I could to help.
Yeah, how long have you been involved in Rotary?
2012.
Okay.
So my kids were getting older, and it was time to find something I could pour, some inspiration into. My children were pretty much little people by then, adults, that is. And it really was an opportunity for me to figure out, what can I do? What's the next chapter of my life going to look like when I'm almost an empty nester?
For sure. And I'm familiar with Suburban Rotary. They do really great things in the community. So let's talk about, what are some of your favorite activities with Suburban Rotary?
Well, every month we do a different community service project. So we've done everything from meal packaging with other Rotary clubs all coming together. We've packaged like 30,000 meals for the local food banks. But one particular project I got involved with because of my friend Jenny inspired me.
Yeah.
So Jenny is an amazing woman. Jenny Johnson, she actually goes out on Wednesdays, every single Wednesday for 4 years, rain or shine, and serves a hot meal to the homeless that gather at 14th and Farnham at 10 a.m. every Wednesday morning. So I started going down and helping her because I'd met her through a Rotary project.
Right.
And once I started helping her and noticing the shoddy footwear of the people that walked, you know, sometimes miles to come get a hot meal from Jenny, it inspired me to see what I could do through Rotary to get a new project going, something that could help the neediest in Omaha.
Right. So talk about that. So what did that kind of blossom into?
Yeah, so the first year we held it at the Stevens Center. This past year in September we held it at Open Door Mission.
Okay.
And I got grant money from Rotary district level grant money as well as local level grant money to purchase hiking boots, waterproof type hiking boots, socks, foot care packages with nail clippers and such.
Nice.
And then we had the Methodist nursing students come and they were fantastic. They did foot exams and provided diabetes checks and other things related. In fact, the first year we did it, somebody was rushed to the emergency room because their levels, their diabetic issue was so bad.
Wow.
So I feel like we saved a life almost, you know.
For sure.
And just providing those shoes and that kind of care, it was almost biblical in the washing of the feet and helping them get proper footwear and protection to get through the cold winters here in Nebraska.
So how many do you feel like you've served?
Well, each year we've done about 150 pairs of shoes.
Okay.
So we just kept going until we ran out, basically, and we're hoping next year to expand it even more. It's still to this day at Jenny's food meal on Wednesdays, I see people in line and they show me they have their boots on, and you know, some of them have moved on, I'm sure, and maybe it gave them a little bit of hope every time they tie their shoelaces to feel like somebody cares, about them, whatever their woes may be, and however they got into the predicament that they're in, where they need a hot meal and a pair of shoes. Just knowing that you've provided them some hope, and hope is really for me what inspires me. People get jaded and numb, and without hope in your life, what do you have?
Absolutely. How do you get the shoes? Can people donate shoes, or where do the shoes come from?
We buy brand new shoes. Shields actually gave us very, very deeply discounted shoes that we were able to purchase it made the grant money go much further, obviously. So, and even in my job at WorkFit, I try to help employers in the Omaha area as well, and have encouraged the clients of WorkFit to come and participate in the event as well. So I've gotten a lot of client participation both at Jenny's meals as well as with the Foot Care Clinic.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your work. So your legal background, you're a lawyer?
I am.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't. Why didn't I know that? Or maybe I knew that. I don't.
That's actually a good thing that you don't know that.
I don't know. I didn't know that.
I always joke that I'm a recovering attorney because I'm in a non-traditional legal role now.
Right.
I used to do workers' compensation. And so, now getting out of the field of actually handling litigation, now I can help prevent litigation from ever happening.
Yeah.
I work for a group of amazing occupational medicine doctors, and they help prevent injuries in the workplace, and then when they do happen, they provide excellent care to treat those injuries in the best way possible to get the workers back to work quickly, but most importantly safely and well cared for. And so my work with the employers to help them handle their workers' comp in an effective way so it doesn't turn into litigation is a much more productive role for me. It makes me feel much better to know that I've prevented a case from turning adversarial.
Absolutely.
Whereas before I used to be cleaning up messes after they already happened. So it's a much better place for me to be as an attorney now.
So let's talk about how do you see some of the benefits of giving back? I mean, that's kind of to me a simple question, but it also can have some complexity. I mean, to each person, it's very personal.
Right. And so for me, it's all about getting out of a place where you feel like everything's stagnant in your life. And we all reach those points in our life, whether it's because our children are moving on and they don't need us anymore, or because our career has gotten dry for us. For me, it was just a way to get inspired again and feel, like I was providing something to make a difference in people's lives, and most importantly, in the people that need it the most. I mean, I grew up with a disabled sister and ill parents, and so I was constantly helping in my family, and so it just was a natural transition from motherhood to helping in the community and giving back in whatever way I can. I mean, I a small part, but there's so many inspiring people in Omaha that it's easy to get inspired, and you're giving hope to these people,
right.
and that's really provides inspiration to you, and so you're getting something out of it as well.
Well, and again, I wanted to thank you just again for letting us share your story, because I know it's very personal, and people are like, you know what, I don't want to put that out there, but the thing that I know happens, especially, you know, from our publication, is people will read that and really a lot of times reflect on what they're doing, and it does inspire others to,
I hope so,
to do things or take new initiatives.
Yeah.
I mean, or just get involved with a group that's already there. I do want to mention, and you probably will hate me for this, but you were honored as the Suburban Rotarian of the Year, and
so many amazing Rotarians
Yeah.
in my club and in all the
Yeah.
other clubs. But yeah, it was a great honor this year to be named Rotarian of the Year, and just getting people involved in that project made a lot of difference, and I think that's why they were so kind to award me that.
So we've just got a couple minutes left. Just any words for people wanting to get involved, and how to kind of take those
start
first steps?
somewhere small. I mean, you can it's something as little as, like, I started showing up at Jenny's Wednesday meals and helping, or showing up at a shelter and asking, you know, what can I do? Even if it's just once a month, you'd be amazed at how much, you know, that not only that you're able to do in a short period of time, but how meaningful it is to these people, and it provides hope, you know, in our community. And anytime you're providing hope, it's going to come back to you 100-fold in the way of feeling good about yourself and feeling like you're making a difference in other people's lives, and that's a huge gift.
It is. It absolutely is. So thank you again for coming on the show, Holly.
My pleasure.
You can read all about Holly and just what she's involved in, and hopefully, you know, get inspired by looking at how you're involved as well in the current issue of Metro Magazine. So thank you, and
Thanks,
I
Sandy.
look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, and we will be right back. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I have exciting news. Our annual giving guide is going to be released this month, and we have a big event on January 17th called The Big Event. It is a celebration of the giving spirit of our community. We'll have over 80 nonprofits there, the corporate community, people coming out again to celebrate the giving spirit of the community, and also we'll be sending out, or we'll be awarding some awards to different nonprofits. You can go to our website, spiritofomaha.com. You can purchase tickets there, but come on out to the big event on January 17th. But I will see you back here next week. Have a great week, everyone.